Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Dawn with the Family Renewed channel. And today, Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday, I felt this season would be a great time to talk about crosses to bear. Now, many of you may be familiar with the phrase, and it is based on a biblical reference to when Jesus was forced to carry the cross to his crucifixion, which was a crucifixion that was unjustified. And many of us face challenges in our lives for things that are not, in our belief, justified, things that we did not bring upon ourselves. They could be traumatic situations, but things that have come into our life due to no fault of our own, per se. And so with these situations, many times we find ourselves spiraling out of control because we don't have the resources to manage them and to work through them. And so today, with my application of the week, I wanted to focus on managing our crosses to bear, especially with this being Easter Sunday. I wanted to look at broadening your faith, which is one of my ABCs of family resiliency. And so when I talk about broadening your faith, I'm talking about believing in something that's bigger than you. And many of us will choose different paths to find that, but it's important that we find that space. Many of us struggle with our faith, trying to decide what it is, where it is, how it supports us. Many times we don't know why we're struggling. And so I think it's important that you delve in and look into what challenges you with your faith. And when you start to look to how do you broaden your faith, I want you to think about these three things that I feel are important when you're looking at your faith. So one, is there an assurance that your faith, whoever or whatever is coming in that you're looking at for your faith, do they provide you an assurance? That's number one. Number two, do they provide you some guidance? And number three, do they provide you with some comfort? Now, for me, I believe in Christ. I'm a Christian. And with that, I look to my faith and I look at, from the Bible, the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16, where he says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believeth in him should not perish, but shall have everlasting life." The other two prayers that I look at for my strength and my faith, that I specifically look at, are for guidance. I look at the Lord's Prayer, and for comfort, I look at the Serenity Prayer. So for the Lord's Prayer, it tells us, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever." I feel like the Lord's Prayer gives us direction on how to live and how to face each day. And in fact, it's something that I raised our children with, where on our way to school, we would say the Lord's Prayer as a way to prepare them for the day and to give them the resources and the mindset of how they can live and face each day. And then finally, I look at the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And with the Serenity Prayer, it gives me a sense of comfort and peace that God is with me through whatever, and he will be there to help me as I'm making my decisions. And whatever happens, I know that he will be with me. And so these three things, again, give me an assurance that he will be here. They give me guidance, and it gives me a sense of comfort and peace. And again, I say that these are the three things that you need to be looking for in your faith. And in order to broaden your faith, it's finding these elements that you can hold on to. Now, I hope this has helped you today. And I hope as you are looking to broaden your faith to deal with your crosses to bear, that you look for these three things within that bigger than self space. And thank you. Again, this is Dr. Dawn with our application of the week. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day.